Welcome aboard. Please secure all personal belongings and take your seat. Now to...
Hello, Ted. How are you doing today? Let's get the fuck out of here, Ted. Come on, let's go. Fuck! Dad. Love making. Things that are completely natural in the world and nobody bats an eye about when it comes to having sex. Well, that is the case unless you do something completely fucking stupid and then you have to regret it. No, I'm not talking about getting a girl pregnant. No, I'm not talking about fucking her mom. No, I'm not talking about having sex with her dad, you know, if you're into that. I am talking about having probably the dumbest and the most embarrassing thing that could possibly happen to you while you're getting it on with your special lady. Now, if you haven't guessed what it is, well, then you're probably too innocent to understand these adult things. But what I'm talking about is getting shit dicked. Yeah, getting poop on your wiener when you're doing anal. Guys, this is a completely real thing that happens, alright? This is a completely real and normal thing that happens to you if you're not careful with your partner. Now, this can happen if you're with a special lady or if you're with a special guy. It's getting pooped on your wiener isn't exactly a, what's it called? A gender-specific thing that can happen to you. This can happen to you if you're a man, if you're a woman, or if you're anything in between. Getting poop on your wiener or on your finger is a natural occurrence if you're fucking stupid. Now you may be asking, Rodrigo, Rod, why are you telling us this? Why? What happened to you in your past life that you know, has you talking about poop on wiener? Well, I mean, if you're fucking stupid and you haven't guessed already, it's because it's happened to me before. I've had my dick, I've had shit on my dick. I've had poop on the ween. I got shit dicked. And this is the story of it. Now, as most people would know that have partners, having sex is one of those things that can get boring at times. You know, you want to explore, you want to get out there, you want to do different things as opposed to the old vanilla, you know, doggy, missionary, and whatnot. Oh, and a blowjob. And some people feel like they need an outlet. They find it boring doing just those three things, positions over and over again. So they want to spice it up. Now, some people do very interesting and unique rituals that others will not do. I'm talking about like BDSM, some sort of like torture fetish and whatnot. But other people, when they want to do something different and they feel like they need to do something different, they will choose the most simple and basic, that is anal. And that is sticking your wiener or your finger up your partner's ass. Yeah, just fucking their ass. Anal. Now, when I was 19, all right, I was about a year out of high school and I was in a relationship with what I can only describe as a brash white girl, right? I have a thing for white girls, if you didn't know that, so there's that. It's specifically gingers, but that's off topic. And so I was in a relationship with this girl for about 4 or 5 months, give or take. I don't really remember the exact details, but I was. And so me and this girl had been having, you know, casual sex after our date nights and whatnot at her house because my house is off limits. You know, can't have the hose there. And this night we're doing the normal stuff. We're getting into the foreplay, making out, touching and squeezing, get a little squeeze of the balls. And this girl, we'll call this girl Elvira. All right. And Elvira looks at me and she goes, I want to try something different tonight. You know, I had been prepping for this for a while and I kind of want to do this. I even prepped before we went out for dinner. And for a lot of people that don't do anal or get into all that stuff, when a person refers to prepping themselves, it means that they douche their asshole. They stick a turkey baster up it and they squeeze water into it so that all the nasty stuff in there gets, you know, comes out so that you can do anal without having an accident. So we're in the process of love making. We're doing all the normal stuff, all the making out, the touching, the blow job and all that good stuff. I'm over there getting a little excited about it. It's like, ooh, we're about to try anal for the first time. Ooh, this is gonna be great. And so it begins. I bend Elvira over the bed, and there I am kneeling, admiring this woman's beautiful, thick, and luscious ass. And I'm like, this is mine, and I'm going to go to town on it. And so it happens. I grab my wiener, as any normal guy would, and I line it up with the Eye of Horus, and I just I lube up the ween like any hot dog does before inserting into a bun. I lube up the Eye of Horus, and I insert myself. I thrust myself beautifully inside of it, and it makes like a little squish noise. It goes and I'm like, hey, this isn't that bad. This actually feels pretty good. So, you know, as any normal guy would, I start fucking right then and there. I start fucking this girl's ass pretty fast, pretty rough, because that's how I like to play. And it isn't until like 5 minutes into the encounter where I start going, something feels a little off, because this girl's butthole was wet. And I'm like, hey, is a person's butthole supposed to get wet in this situation? Like what's going on? And she's like, I don't know. I don't think so. Why? And I look down at myself. I was still inside of this girl balls deep, and I look down, and I'm like, oh god, I hope this isn't what I think it is. I slowly, like a horror movie, start to remove my wiener from this girl's butthole. I remove everything, fully come out of her, and that's when I see it. I see that my dick was shit stained. It had shit on it, and I'm standing there horrified of this incident. I'm like disgusted by it fully. I know there's a lot of freaks out there that are like, oh yeah, scat fetish is a completely awesome thing. Not me. This girl looks back and she's like, honey, what is wrong? And I look at her, I give her a look, and I'm like, Elvira, you just shit on my dick! And she's like, that's not mine. Woman, I was just inside of your asshole. This is 100% yours. You lied to me. You lied to me about prepping your butthole to get penetrated by my ween. You took my trust, and you betrayed me with it. The most worst thing that could have happened. She looks at me again, she tooted, and like a fucking log of shit comes out of her ass. And I'm standing there on her bedside while there's a log of shit in between us, and I'm like, you are the most disgusting girl I have ever met in my entire life, let alone fucked in my entire life. I'm leaving. When I get home, I did any sensible thing. I got into the shower and I washed myself thoroughly for 30 minutes straight in hot water and cried. But if you think that's the last time I saw Elvira, you are wrong. You are fully mistaken. Booty is booty, alright? And I got a booty call from her like a week after that. Guess what I did? I went straight to her house. I made sure she douched herself completely and prepped. And guess what? I fucked the shit out of her asshole. And then I got a complaint the next day that she couldn't walk properly. So yeah, that's my advice. If you and your partner ever want to do something completely different and you settle on anal, make sure your partner is completely cleaned out and you won't have an issue. Otherwise, if you just rush into doing butthole stuff, then you're gonna get poop on your wiener. God, I can't believe I just told this story. I have no shame.